Okay. Okay, let's see how we go. Going to make it less contrasty, a little less. Okay, let's see what we have here. It is another Aussie fridge magnet made in China. Well, we won't bang on about that. I think I've banged on a lot about Aussie stuff made in China enough. I'm just trying to think which way to put it. So I'm just playing with the buttons. So I'm wondering which part's going to be the central theme of this piece. I think up there is going to be it. So we're going to put these against the edge like that. Maybe we can just move it away from the edge, because on this side it tends to cover up the magnet's border too much, so we're just leaving a little gap like so. Just put that down, and we're just going to go here and work out how big to make this. Horizontal, how big we're going to make this? 340. Vertical, 370. We're going not quite business card size, so we're just we're going to make it 300. Oh, fuck that. Konica Minolta 390. I hope that's not too big, but we want to enlarge it beyond the border to make a mirror image. So you'll soon find out what I'm talking about. Okay, let's see how this looks. Whoa, that looks really dark. Well, I must admit, we've pretty much got, I'm thinking that we didn't have to push it away from the edge, but it looks like we got it almost the right size when it comes to making a single thing. It's interesting how we've done that. So now I'm just going to, I will just push that back against the edge, because obviously, yeah, that looks yuck. But I'm wondering if we're going to do anything more, if we're going to now proceed to make this a little bit bigger. It was amazing how we got it like that. So we're going to make it 350 that way, and this way we're going to make it, how big we're going to make this one? We're going 400. Well, actually, I think we've got to make, did we go 300 and something with this? I think we did. So now we're just going to, so we're going to see, we can use that first copy as a guide to see how much we're missing from around the edges. So now let's see how we go. See if we have to do a bit of nibbling back of some of our enlargements if they're too big. Let's see how they go. Right. We still have, that's an interesting thing we have here. Oh, that's right, I know now. This is the part that's close to the edge. This is the part that's at the edge, and this is the border. So I'm just thinking, this is a tough one. Trying to think. Which edge is, I'm wondering which edge is which, and I'm just not doing this too well. I'm wondering if maybe, yeah, that's going off the edge, so that's that part. Wondering if we're just going to do it as a single. We're not going to make this into a mirror image. We're going to just keep it as is. So the horizontal looks fairly okay, and the vertical, I've got to remember what I did the vertical. I think the vertical was 390, and basically I think we've got to take a bit off the vertical because it's still a bit there, so the vertical has to go down a little bit. So we're going to drop the vertical down to, we'll call it 385. I was thinking 387 for some reason, and 350. I think we're going to keep it on that. Let's see how we go. We were going to make a mirror image. Now I've done something wrong. Sorry folks, we're just going to stop the job and we're just going to come here and we're going to alter the density. I think the density is too dark for this. We've got to get it showing up really well. And the contrast, we're just going to leave it there, and hopefully now we have the right size. We were going to make a mirror image out of this, but I've decided not to. We don't want to make mirrors out of absolutely everything that we photocopy. I think the borders, I think the magnets borders look better than actual. It'd probably look ugly if we tried to mirror image it. Anyway, it looks like we got it pretty well looking good. It still looks a bit dusty and dark. Wondering if maybe the contrast could go up to make it look a bit more bright. We normally have this on a higher contrast. We don't normally drop the contrast down. If anything, we normally leave it in the middle, or we up the contrast. So we're going to up it instead of down it, and it should be more colourful. Maybe a bit of, maybe not. I'm just thinking maybe a bit of background removal could be a good thing. So maybe we can just chuck in, we can just go there with the background removal, just a little bit left of standard, a bit lighter than standard. Let's see how we go. Okay, let's see how this looks. Yeah, it actually looks brighter without the... I've used a bit of background removal as well as the contrast, so that looks a lot better. It's still a very wishy-washy image, but it's actually a very wishy-washy kind of original, so you can't expect it to look absolutely bright, but it looks quite nice. I think now we can call this fridge magnet demo quits.